My fiche d'identite is João Gomes de Brito from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm 23. My parents are descendants from Africa, Cape Verde Islands. Mom and dad from Brava, and I'm very proud of where I come from. I'm here in New York for the past 10 months, trying to make it, trying to become something big. I'm trying to represent my culture and where I come from. I came here, I studied actually at the University of Massachusetts, and started working for the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company, and I've been fortunate enough to transfer here to New York from Boston for a bigger and better opportunity, and thankful for that, humbled by it. I'm going in July. I'm the first of my generation. I'm Cape Verdean American, and of all my relatives on both sides of the family, I'm the first to go to the islands to visit since they came in the late '60s. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be my roots. When I'm here in New York and working amongst the people of the city and people who travel to America to experience New York, people assume I'm Arabic or Latin. I get it all. I haven't gotten Asian yet, but I get it all. But it's fun. It's interesting, and I get to enrich people with my background, my culture, where I come from. Creole in Cape Verde is how I like to put it, as a mixture of languages. Cape Verdeans are of Portuguese descent and West African. That's how I put it. And we speak a dialect of Portuguese just like the Brazilians do. And it's mixed, and it's actually very unique because we have 10 islands in Cape Verde, and on each island you'll hear a different dialect. I just recently met someone from Mozambique, and he corrected me for the way I used my name at work. I'm known as Johnny, but he said I shouldn't be using that. I should be sticking to my roots and telling everyone my name is João. And so it's fun. I just try to make it easy for everyone. Just call me Johnny, that's all.
My fiche d'identite is Dana Michelle Matos, 26, American. I'm from New Jersey and New York. I kind of claim both places. I was raised in New Jersey, born in New York, live in New York now. And took a tour of New York and saw 34th Street, Macy's. We went to Soho, we went to the Village, went to Ground Zero. It was the first time that I've been on this New York sightseeing tour. Well, the French Connection, my girls. I know Olivia and Mariama the Diva. I met them through Mac, still aspiring to become one of the greatest. It will happen. It will happen for all of us. I don't really call it the American dream, I call it everybody's dream. It's everybody's dream to make it, right? The reason immigrants are coming into New York, I believe, is because it's very diverse. There's every single race here. You can pretty much make it with nothing, pretty much. Wow. My mother is Puerto Rican. My father is Black and Native American. I have Irish and Trinidadian down the line. But me, I consider myself a full-blown American. I've been to Europe, I've been to Africa, Jamaica, been to a couple of islands. I've been more places than my own mother. My mother hasn't even traveled to half the places I've been to, so Africa was beautiful. It was beautiful, the people were beautiful, the food was great, the heat, loved the heat. Actually, a lot of people were scared. They were telling me, be careful, you might catch something, make sure you take your medicine, you might get malaria. And I was actually kind of scared to go to Africa, but once I went there, it's just like you're being in New York. Actually, it's just like New York. Clubs are the same. I went to the clubs, I went to the restaurants, I pretty much did everything. To the beach, I went sightseeing, I shopped, went to the markets, everything. It's beautiful. I want to go back. Can't wait.
My fiche d'identité is Fabrice Leclerc. I live in New York City, New York, all the way up on 206th Street. Amazingly enough, there's still some New York up there. A tour guide now for going on 20 years. I'm married with 2 children from this marriage, a girl from New Jersey that I married, who gave me a fine son, Dylan, 3.5-year-old, and of course our lovely Lillian that was born just back in December. As a tour guide, I see an average of maybe a couple of hundred of people a day. Our highest seasons, obviously, are exactly the opposite of schools. We have January and February off, and then the rest of the year, we have people visiting what probably is the most fantastic city in the world. Because when you think about it, there's no experiment like New York City. In this city, you have every country. The highest concentration of Irish outside of Dublin, the highest concentration of Italian outside of Rome, the highest concentration of Asian outside of course, Peking. It is just amazing how they all come together. We may get in a fight once in a while, but we all do come together at one point. 8.6 million people showing that the world can live together. It's an amazing place to live. My origins are actually from Belgium. Je suis belge d'origine et j'ai un premier mariage, j'ai une première fille qui s'appelle Elina de la France et j'ai marié une Française avant que j'avais décidé de venir vivre permanemment à New York. Donc c'est ma deuxième vie, j'ai quand même une vie française. Née à Recours, c'est en dehors de Liège, en Belgique. Mon père était belge aussi, ma mère était parisienne. Elle était née à Clichy, ma grand-mère tenait une blanchisserie sur Paris et c'est comme ça que j'ai connu dans mon enfance la France, la Belgique. Mais c'est vraiment quand j'étais assez jeune que mes parents ont décidé que l'Amérique était leur vie. Mon père allait devenir médecin ici, ma mère allait faire la science politique à l'université de Harvard, et puis moi petit à petit j'ai fait l'école ici, donc je me sens très américain aujourd'hui, hein. Un belgo-américain si vous voulez, hein. Bonne journée et revenez à New York.